The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the New Media Zone. With your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the poster pair name. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the New Media Zone. Ed and Dave here, and Dave with you. Our little jingle as we enter the show, going back in time yet again to escape 2020.
Yes.
And we are going back to 1986.
Oh,
This time,
that would be 34 years ago.
34 years ago. Now, the 80s were pretty fun. There's not a lot of troubles then, right? And
Not that I can recall. I just remember that was what? College years.
some college
Yes.
years, some working years. Now, I believe, and we're going to mention this briefly, that that incident that got you into a little trouble happened at the end of 1986, as I do recall.
Okay.
We told a little story there, and it didn't go over well, and apparently either 1 or 100 households, we're not quite too sure.
Wow,
But we're not mentioning that incident, even though that occurred in 1986. So those were good days. We just can't mention some of them on TV. But we can mention the films
Can we?
that were out.
Please let me check my phone. I just got a message.
You got a message from somebody. Is to that person that didn't like the story, say you better steer clear of that again. I wonder if that's what's going on.
Yep. Okay, we're good. We're
All
clear.
good.
Clear.
All clear. Everything's good. And we're going to go back to 1986.
1986.
Had some good movies then.
It did have a few. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Are we ready?
to
Are we
go
ready?
back.
Oh, wait a minute. I got another message. This could be a picture.
A picture
It
of
could be a
something.
picture. I think it's a picture of a hairstyle, a new hair cut on someone.
Oh.
So let's hold on because I want to see what
If-
this looks like.
If you like the new hairstyle.
I'm sure. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
I don't,
I'm sure I'll like the new hairstyle. She's a wonderful, lovely woman. So there's nothing that she could do that would be bad.
no.
But let's see. It may take a few seconds for me to get this up because it's it's a crappy old phone. So let's just take a look. The picture's coming up. Oh, there it is. and she's wearing a mask.
I was going to say I'd like to see this person, but I don't think I can.
You
can
can't
I?
see.
No.
You can't really
The
see
hair
it.
looks good.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good there.
Nice, lovely mask. Because you could take the picture of yourself in the salon,
Uh-huh.
but you have to have the mask on.
Yeah.
I would think.
You
and
might have
not-
gone outside.
Yes, I'm not being judgy
No.
on her choice of when to take the picture, but I would have thought maybe outside, so I could see the whole. But since I already know what the whole face
You
looks
know what
like,
the bottom half looks like. I only remember the 1976 bottom half of this person.
I don't remember you ever seeing her bottom half. Ed.
Well, her face. In the
Oh,
yearbook,
that is half.
The
Okay.
bottom half of her.
Gotcha. But yes, there it is. So yeah, that's a lovely.
The
It's
haircut
nice.
looks good.
Yes,
It's
okay.
in an actual salon or is it in
It
somebody's
is.
house?
No, it's a
there?
salon.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just going to get out of this now. I'm sorry to have bored you folks, but I had to see what the hairstyle is like.
Do you have to respond that you approve of this hairstyle, or it's okay? Or
I'm not going to respond at this moment.
okay.
I'm going to let her assume that we are in the middle of a show and I don't have time to respond. But when she sees this show, she'll know I was lying.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway,
Okay.
number 10 for the movies of 1986, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Not a big fan of that movie.
I have still not seen the whole thing. I've seen pieces of it. I have to sit down and watch the entire thing because it is a classic to some people. You don't enjoy it.
It was okay. It had its moments, but I think, again, not my type of film. A little over the top, but I think that was part of the premise.
Mm-hmm.
But also, just for those people who may be interested or may not be interested, I believe the principal in the film registered sex offender.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah.
Was he in the Beetlejuice also? Okay.
Number 9, Ruthless People. Not sure. Was this wasn't
This was
Bette Midler?
Bette Midler and
Danny DeVito?
They kidnapped somebody's wife. Danny DeVito's wife? Was that Danny
I
DeVito's
don't.
wife? And it was Judge Reinhold
Okay.
that kidnapped. And he didn't want her back, I think, was the bit
Oh, all right.
in there.
Number 8, which is a Eddie Murphy movie, I believe, The Golden Child.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Nor have I. Number 7, I saw Aliens,
Yes.
which I did not like as much as the first Alien.
Huh. I love that Aliens.
A lot of aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Reiser going, I guess, against type, playing a kind of a sick bastard, I guess.
Right.
I'll call him on that.
The sleazy corporate
Yes.
guy.
Yes. Number 6, Back to School, which would be the Rodney Dangerfield.
I'm
film.
surprised that's in there that high, but it was very good. I enjoyed it. And who's the comedian in here?
Sam Kinison?
Sam Kinison had the great part.
Yes.
In
I think that might be the only part of the film I actually saw, was the Sam Kinison part. Screaming, say it, say it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, films I've never seen any of these. Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home.
Now, you're a liar there. You said you'd never seen this?
This one? Did I go with you?
This was the one with the whales that we couldn't
Oh, I did
figure
see
out.
the whale one. That's right. I did see this whale one.
Now, we saw a lot of these at the time because we had to go to a film because we were doing a movie review show, and we thought that we had to actually see them at the time. Now, after that, after the 80s, we just introduced them.
I don't think I saw Wrath of Khan. I didn't see the first Star Trek. This may be the only one I've seen then, but I barely remember it.
With the whales.
I do
They had to
remember
save
something about the
whales.
whales and the screeching whales. Number 4, The Karate Kid Part 2.
Saw that in the theater. Did you go? I don't remember you seeing that.
I don't
one.
remember, but I'm
Daniel-san.
currently...
Oh, Sato. You used to do Sato. You must have seen this. Remember Sato, Fight
No.
Me Sato?
No, I don't remember that at all.
I think you used to do that on the show.
Can't do it now.
You don't remember it.
I don't remember it, but I'm sure I can't do
you
it now.
can't do it now.
I started to watch the new Cobra Kai.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm 2 episodes in. I'm spacing them out because it's not really pulling me in, but it's good enough. If I needed something to watch, I could throw one of those on.
That's Netflix? Is that where that is?
I believe that is Netflix. I think it started off as a YouTube show,
Uh-huh.
and then it was popular on YouTube, so it now went to Netflix, and it's not bad. From the perspective, I guess, of the kid who got his derriere kicked
Mm-hmm.
by Daniel-san. Number 3, Platoon, a film I could never watch again because of the introduction you wrote for it back in 1986.
Right. It was,
Which I don't think I read it in advance. And as I read it, I couldn't finish it.
I forgot. I know I saw that because we had to go see these films. I wouldn't normally go see a Platoon, but I remember the description we wrote for was the young soldier's first time in the bush. I don't know where I got that from, but it was a little suggestive.
Yeah. Just a little. Number 2, Crocodile Dundee, which I did see.
Mm-hmm.
And the subsequent number 2, I did not see number 3, but number 2 I saw. And our number 1 was very good.
Uh-huh.
I like that one.
The knife.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's one of the most famous lines in it. And number 1, Top Gun.
Ah,
Never saw Top Gun.
never saw that. We were going. Was going with the producer to see that at the mall, and it was
Was it
fireworks.
sold out?
No,
Oh.
it was fireworks, and the thing was so crowded, the parking lot. We never got in there, and I was so disgusted with that event that I never bothered to see it again.
So your attempt was, you made the attempt in 86.
Yes.
And since then, you've had numerous times where you could have watched it on television, HBO, network, DVDs, all that, now streaming, and you still have never seen it.
Never saw it.
See, now my excuse, I think, is more legitimate. Never even made the attempt.
You never made an attempt.
No.
I wasn't a big, really Tom Cruise fan. Now I enjoy the Mission Impossible movies.
I have not seen any of those.
But, of course, Maverick was supposed to be out for Christmas, and I see all the hats and shirts at Walmart. I don't know if that's coming out, the sequel to Top Gun.
I think one of the movies I liked from Tom Cruise was The War of the Worlds.
Oh.
That was a good one. All right, now we're moving on to songs.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, what? What?
I have a few other movies.
let me sit back and have a drink.
No, you're going to mention some of these.
I'm just having a drink, folks. In my media zone mug.
Doo-doo.
Can we add some sound effects?
I'll find SCTV. Cobra. Remember we had fun with Cobra?
Is that where he was they were the disease and he was the cure?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Stallone. He was Cobretti. And they were having the battle with the chainsaws and axes at the end. Did you see that in the theater?
Did see that movie.
We had to see all these films then.
It was awful. His acting, I mean, listen, he's not an actor. Let's just face it. Although over time he's become somewhat of an actor. He can emote a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I know in this film, the character was not supposed to emote. He was just supposed to be very low key. And he talked this way through the whole film. You're the disease. Well, I'm the cure. That was his whole way he talked through the whole film. It was awful.
Yeah, I think we just had fun with the chainsaw bit at the end. This was, of course, Poltergeist 2.
Oh, yes.
Where we did see that at the drive-in. Were we in the same car? There was some guy trying to get through our car, and
I think we were in the same car.
Yeah,
I remember you saying that.
He was attempting to step over the wire, which was not there, I guess. And we said we have no wire on our side, so he could come over there and walk through the cars.
He was like stumbling over an invisible wire.
Right.
He thought there was one there.
Yes.
So as he was kind of darting through, he realized, oh my God, I can't stop. I'm going to trip over this wire.
Right.
So he kind of made an attempt like he was leaping over a wire. And he stumbled through, and then you said, there's no wire over here, sir.
There's no wire over there. Now, Raw Deal, did you come to the drive-in to see that? That one we went to see at the drive-in, and we taped the show immediately after that, very late at night, and it was a terrible show. Were you at that one?
What was it? I don't even remember the movie.
Raw Deal with Schwarzenegger, and Mike Keane was on the show. And we said it was a travesty show. I don't know if you were there for that.
I don't remember.
Psycho 3 was out.
Ooh.
It was not the best one, but it's Psycho, so you kind of watch it. Or do you not like that one? Mm. And The Fly was also out, Aliens and The Fly. Now, you were when we went to...
Run the Fly.
We saw that together, but you were down in front.
Was I?
And after the thing, I was going to talk to you about how great The Fly was, and you didn't enjoy it that much.
Jeff Goldblum, although, again, with a lot of actors, I find as they age and become a little older, they're better actors. Now, it's the same with Brad Pitt. I didn't really like a lot of the earlier Brad Pitt films, but now he's developed and he's matured as an actor. He does better parts and better films. It's something about Jeff Goldblum. I think he started to turn around a little bit when it was Jurassic Park. He still had that little quirkiness to him in that film.
Yeah, it's quirky in there.
But I know in The Fly, which I was going to say, I believe was 1986, which of course it is, because that's what we're doing. But I just remember him being way too quirky and, the twitchy and I get that was part of the character, especially when he had the fly kind of in him, and he started to act like a fly and twitching the head, and then when he throws up, he goes, oh, that's disgusting. I just didn't like I don't know. I think I appreciate it more now than I did at the time, but I think I was too struck by the jerkiness and quirkiness of him, even though that's what I felt now. That's what the character calls for. But I like him better now as an actor.
Yeah, I remember he was an odd-looking character, which was a little off-putting then. He wasn't like a typical leading man.
Right.
But I did enjoy that and was disappointed when you didn't enjoy
I like the second one, actually, with Eric
Stoltz.
I kind of like the second one. I think Daphne Zuniga was in that one. The first one had Gina Davis with him. I thought she was good in that film. But yeah, I've watched it since then, and I appreciate it more.
Maximum Overdrive with the trucks and the AC/DC soundtrack, and they got in trouble for using the Green Goblin on one of the trucks. It was just a big travesty.
I think what I mostly remember about that is Stephen King's promo.
That was the one he was going to scare the hell out of us.
Yeah, he did not.
Friday the 13th, this was Jason Lives. And this was the one with the single at the end.
By Alice?
Alice Cooper.
The Man Behind the Mask?
Now, these are two films. This is that I was mentioning on the last show with the racial... you could not do today.
Okay.
Somehow...
Soul Man.
Somehow this was made where C. Thomas Howell put on blackface is what it was. They said he was going into character, whatever term to skirt around this issue, but to get a scholarship or something.
Yeah, wasn't the premise of the film he had to be a minority to get the scholarship. So he put on blackface to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you not only could you not do that now, you can't make that film because the premise is you have to be a white person.
Right.
And then put on the blackface. So you can't say, a black character needs to play that. Well, you can't do that. But wasn't there a film with one of the Wayans?
Yes.
Where they were put on white?
White chicks. Now that you could
do
for some reason.
That's okay.
Later on.
I'm not, it doesn't, we haven't been the oppressed people, Ed.
No.
But still, you can't make that film these days.
And Ray Dawn Chong, and he gets into a romance with her, and then eventually has to tell.
You want to get the phone, Ed?
No. We'll just let that ring. I'm sure that's nothing. And for some reason, there was a re-release of Song of the South, probably for the last time.
That's a Disney film, right?
Which is so bad that they can't even put that out on Disney Plus or anything now. And King Kong Lives. We were talking about King Kong just last week on the 76 show, and for some reason, remember the plot of this? King Kong was brought to life with a mechanical
fake heart. Yes. A Jarvik 7.
Is that what it was? Do you remember? And then there was a female Kong, and there was babies, and there was some Linda Hamilton nudity, I believe.
Was there? I know it was Lance Kerwin, I think, or one of the Kerwins.
Yes.
Who was either in Africa or something, and you see this kind of big hand coming behind him. That was the female Kong.
Right.
And at the end of it, because, they had the potential to be a blockbuster, they had the little, the Kongs are dead, but the little baby Kong comes out.
Right.
And it's, that thankfully never happened. That was pretty bad, especially the lady Kong with her breasts.
Now, that was not saved by the score like the original one there. Okay, that's it on my extra film. A lot of extra ones because we saw a lot of these back then.
Look how much time. We don't have a lot of time left.
Oh, we're not singing on this show. I'm sure a lot of people are happy to know that. What about the songs, though?
Songs. Let's get through these. Number 10, Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer, who died young. Of, I think, did he have a heart attack?
I think so.
He was in his 50s, I believe.
He did all the videos with the girls in the background.
Yep. Number 9, Kyrie by Mr. Mister. Kyrie?
Kyrie?
Kyrie. I don't know. It says Kyrie, but now I know. It's Kyrie, whatever. Number 8, Burning Heart by Survivor.
That was from the Rocky IV with Drago.
Ooh. Didn't they do another Rocky song? Or no?
There is another one from...
Eye of the Tiger is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's them, right?
Yeah.
Number 7, great song, Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy. You know, coming from that long line of actors wanting to be singers like Bruce Willis and John Travolta. How Will I Know by Whitney Houston.
That was one of her early ones, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was from '86.
Yeah.
Because that's the year we're doing. Number 5, Broken Wings, also by Mr. Mister.
That was played a lot in the video. I remember the video always doo-doo-doo coming on.
Number 4, On My Own, Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald. Don't really remember that one. Can you sing it for me, Ed?
On My Own. It's very slow, and you'd be asleep by the end of it.
Okay. I just know Michael McDonald has an unusual voice.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting not to love anymore. Number 3, I Miss You by Climax with double X's.
I don't really remember that one.
That one I don't know. Number 2, Say You, Say Me, Lionel Richie. I know that song.
I'm thinking that was from a song or movie theme where they were skaters. Gregory Hines, maybe?
I don't know. And the number 1 song from 1986, That's What Friends Are For, by Dion and Friends. That being Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
I remember that as well. I would say, of all those songs, Addicted to Love is good. Broken Wings is okay. And that's pretty much it. You have any other songs?
A couple more songs. We don't have to take our clothes off.
To have a good time?
Yeah. Remember, that was a fun song with Jermaine Stewart.
Nowadays, that's not what they sing.
What do they sing?
Oh, they sing...
Oh, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
This was a very light, fun song.
A little bit different from 76 with Put It In, Put It Out.
I think he passed away early, Jermaine Stewart.
Did he?
Not that we really knew who he was.
Okay.
And Your Love. Do you remember Your Love?
Oh, the outfield. The guy just died.
He
One
just-
of them. Tony Lewis?
Yes.
I think there was 3 members to the outfield, and I think there's only 1 left.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I was kind of I didn't know who the singer was. I always looked to see if they say someone died from a band, if it was the lead singer, because the other one's But
The other one.
but if it's a little sadder if it was the lead singer, so I had to check. Yeah, that was the one that said, I don't want to lose your love tonight. We could have sang that, perhaps. Or not
He had a
really.
little high voice.
Oh, yes, that was way too high. And this, Why Can't This Be Love? Van Halen also.
Oh, yes. Eddie
And
Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen, we lost 62 also.
Was he 62?
Yeah,
62?
same as Tony Lewis.
Okay.
And Walk This Way with Run DMC and Aerosmith.
Which Aerosmith, eternally thankful for Run DMC saving their careers, really. Because Aerosmith was just languishing in obscurity at that point. Their career had just gone downhill. And then that brought them right back to life, and they've been up there ever since. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, TV shows. Dallas, one of your favorites.
Yeah, that was just bubbling outside of the top 10. You know why I had trouble with numbering on this one is because I think a lot of them were tied.
Okay.
So
Number 10, Who's the Boss? Which I think was that on another year we did recently?
yeah, that was on 85 also.
All right.
With Milano.
Yep. Number 9, Moonlighting. Never watched Moonlighting.
No.
Now, is the story correct that the lovely banter between the two was offset by the fact that they really didn't like each other?
Yeah, by the end, I guess she didn't
Sybil.
realize what she was in for the weekly series, and apparently even the producers left towards the end there.
All right, that would be Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Number 8 is Growing Pains. That was the Seaver family?
Yes, with what was the father's name?
Alan Thicke?
He just passed on a while
Well,
ago.
a few years back.
Yeah.
2, 3, something like that.
And then the Cameron that got very religious.
He does his Bible stuff.
I think he did a Bible superhero character.
Okay. Number 7 is Night Court.
We watched that.
I watched
guess
some of that.
There was nothing else on. You watched Night Court.
Number 6, 60 Minutes. Still on. still watch it. Number 5, please don't show the painting. The Golden Girls. We did that on the last show.
Very popular today, even. I saw a Golden Girls game in the store.
I've heard talk of a reboot of the Golden Girls with clearly new Golden Girls. The only one left is Betty White.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I heard that could happen.
Hmm.
Don't know who they would be, but we'll find out. Number 4, Murder, She Wrote. Geared towards the more mature TV viewers.
Nice
outside of the 18 to 49 targeted audience.
That might be something I'll watch in a few years, just like Maddox. I never watched at the time, but...
what about Matlock? Would you watch that?
That one I won't watch.
Okay. Number 3, Cheers.
Cheers.
Never watched that.
I watched it mainly, I think I started watching it when Diane left and when Kirstie Alley came in.
And the number 1 show from '86, The Cosby Show.
Oh, that was number 1 last time when we did 85. We said...
and I did watch that frequently.
Yeah, I watched the first few and then that was it.
First few episodes or seasons?
Episodes.
Really? You didn't like it, huh?
It was wasn't it too clean, I think?
It was kind of a squeaky clean.
Little do we know.
Brady Bunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show we should have seen was
what was going on off camera.
Bill dropping the potion, the drinks. That would have been the show.
The potion.
His magic elixir and Spanish fly and all.
Poor Bill. You saw his recent mugshot, Ed.
I don't know. Was the eye wandering?
Oh, well, he was looking down, which I think is in part because, he is, I assume, legally blind.
Yeah.
What Harry has was very unkempt.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a mess.
Yeah, it's a sad end to America's Dad.
That's America's Dad.
At the time. So that's it on the 86.
That's it for 86. Almost a little bland year.
Yeah, other than the Aliens and the Fly, which I enjoyed, some of the songs are still good. Once we get into the 90s, though, I can see the songs, which we'll be doing next time.
Oh.
The songs just take a dive.
Oh. Are they taking a dive? Are they getting racier, perhaps? A little more explicit?
Perhaps, but they're just, I don't know what they are anymore. I think I was listening to maybe a 99 at that time. And these were kind of 92 songs, the poppier. So a lot of them I don't know. I had to look them up. But that we will do next time. We have covered now with this show, with new format. I'm seeing we're not getting to DVD releases.
We're not.
And I think next time we will get to the deaths.
Well, let's try and go through them a little quicker.
We don't have to go through them quicker. If this is what's happening that we're not getting to them.
Well, I'm trying to get to the DVD releases.
Yeah, they are fun, but we were having a good time with looking back also.
And the deaths, I like to pay homage.
Yes, next
time. To those people who have gone to the great beyond.
Yes, there were a few surprises, so we'll do the deaths next time if we don't get to the DVD releases. But that is next time when we do 1996. Not one of my favorite years, but we're going to look at it because we might have some fond memories of 96.
Perhaps.
So we'll see you then.
The New Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.